There's times when I'm getting a massage and like it'll feel like I'll like moan a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it'll hit my muscles and it'll be like, and I'm like, damn, I hope she's not taking this as like I'm like.
But like think about it, right? When you're at peace and you're like, your body's relaxed, you do get.
There's a fine line between like what
right.
feels good and what turns like sexual. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
like,
right. But I feel like it's easier for when a man is relaxed to be like, a little like.
I just don't think like we can be touching the opposite gender and thinking it's not going to be sexual.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
100%.
Especially if you're two attractive people, or the
just
person doing is attractive, it's
There's
very
no
hard.
way.
Yeah. That's wild.
That's why I'm super careful. Like I'm very careful. If I don't see you in that way or whatever, like I'm not gonna touch you.
I understand.
Yeah, I'm not gonna touch you because I don't want you to get the wrong impression.
Yeah.
That's one thing that needs to, because I feel like men get the wrong impression very easily. Like
very
I think women. I mean, maybe you guys can agree with me, but I want to give a PSA to the women out there. Women. Yeah. You could be friendly, but don't like be touching guys like if you're not really into him and being super friendly, because guys are definitely reading that a different way.
100%. Especially like, a lot of women nowadays are like, they have to be mean sometimes because sometimes guys don't get it. They think that if you're being nice, you're flirting. Like, and I don't want to come off rude either. I used to be very, very, very rude. I used to be like, don't fucking talk to me. Like, don't talk to me, but now I'm not like that. So now I'm just very like, thank you. Like I'll have conversation, but then like, if it gets to a point where it's getting uncomfortable and you're not understanding that I'm really not into you, I will be very straightforward and say like, look, it's
the conversation is one thing, but don't be touching.
Yeah, don't be touching
like,
me.
Don't be doing touchy-feely.
But girls
shit,
do that. Girls touch guys and stuff, and you're giving the guy a wrong impression. Then when he does something that you feel uncomfortable about, then you blame him.
Then they'll act
take
like, oh my, like why is he like thinking that? Because you gave him all the signs you would give a guy that you liked.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
I think it depends. Like some people are charismatic and some people have read certain books about how to influence people, how to make friends. Have you ever read that book, How to Influence People and Make Friends?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so, there's a lot that says that you can really influence someone by touching them. And it's like subtle touches. Now, there's certain touches where it's like if a girl's touching you all night, she wants you. Most probably. Some no, but most probably they do. But there's subtle touches where a man might take that as like she wants me. Because it just simply touches you. But some women are just charismatic and just want to like make a good impression. And
that's not no good. That's no good.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
I would not advise against women to do that because
if you just go like that, even if you just touch someone here and there, just to like
if it's like how are you and it's like a kiss on the cheek and it's like a hug real quick, that's cool. But if you're constantly look, think of it as from a guy's perspective. If a woman, guys are not getting really any rhythm from women out here, so if you got a girl that's touching you, that's maybe 1 out of 10 women is doing that, like so you're a lot of guys are just there like, okay, why is she touching me? That's the first thing she must like me.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's the only cue how else is he gonna know if she likes me or not?
Imagine if a guy keeps touching me and I'm not, like, first off, you could be super cute either way, don't touch me. Like I never gave you permission to touch me.
Right.
Don't touch me. Like I get like, especially like now people are very touchy, very, very touchy. And I get it. People are going to try their limits and see like where it goes, but don't touch me.
I mean, cause that's like seduction 101, right? If you're hanging out with a woman and maybe you're on a date or you're whatever, and she touches you,
she's giving you
something
permission.
simple. Now as a guy, or what I've done, what you like, okay, now you touch her back real quick, like on the leg, haha, and from a laugh, and you touch her back, and then you see how that rhythm develops into that. Then you kind of see if she touches you back, so it's like an unspoken rhythm that you're building. You know what I'm saying? And then okay,
like they're okay with this.
Now maybe that's the only way a guy knows if I can go in for a kiss. That's literally the only way. How else is a guy supposed to know? You know what I'm saying?
That's 100% true.
So if you're touching the guy the whole time and then he kisses you and you go back like that, like. That was your fault because you gave him all the wrong signals. 100%. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and then you blame like, oh, this guy. Like, no, girl, you were giving him all the signs from the beginning.
I would say though, can I kiss you? Like, you know what I mean? If I was a guy.
No, but that's the opposite of romance. Yeah. Romance is not speaking. Romance is body language.
It's just like an unsaid chemistry. You know what I mean? It's like an unsaid like intimacy that you guys haven't even like had yet, but it's like maybe conversation's great, maybe the vibes are good, maybe you guys have like the same mentality when it comes to certain things, maybe the conversation is amazing and there's like no awkward silence, so it's like that chemistry, and then you're like,
combine that with the touching.
Combine that with the touching.
That's telling everything that the guy.
It depends how many times you touch and where though. I feel like anything above here, like maybe shoulder, It's not that big of a deal. But if I'm doing it all night, I probably
If we're talking, sitting next to each other, and you put your hand on my leg.
No, that's different. I would not touch you down there anywhere, not your leg, not your toe.
Well, like if you're at the club, we're at the club, right? And I say a joke and we're laughing, and I just like touch your leg real quick.
I would definitely think you'd want me. Yeah, for sure.
100%.
Right.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, like, look at it from a guy's lens. Yeah. These are the things guys have to do, because we have to set little traps to see if you bite on the trap, to know if we're going in that direction or not. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it makes it, because he's not gonna say, he's not gonna be like, oh, you touched me.
But that's what we're like. No. That's what we're getting at in society with the whole like. It's basically like consent, like, yo, sign the form. Like you're killing all romance. You know what I'm saying? Like it's supposed to be an unsaid language back and forth with each other. But women are leading guys on to think it's something else. And then guys are reading the signal wrong. And then women are mad at the signal. And it's like, he touched me in a weird way. And don't get me wrong, there's guys who are creepers who touch women weird. But there's a good portion of men, I could argue maybe half, that are just genuinely thinking this girl's into me and reading the signs wrong.
But you know also what it is that, we went some time not being able to communicate with people face to face, and then they've developed these, like, because of COVID, they developed these apps and developed so it's like, I feel like that, like, understanding of when you do meet someone in person kind of dwindled, so now people are just weird and they don't know how to be
just
social.
The new generation in general, just with the apps and the whole
apps and gosh, like, I was telling her the other day, I was like, imagine if the apps are so like, it's a lot. You know what I mean? It's a lot of people trying to imagine if you're at a bar with your friends, and imagine 5 guys come up to you at the same time, like, hey, what's up? Making the same conversation. That's how it is, like, online,
Humans have talked the same way for billions of years until literally like 10 years ago. We changed the form of communication, and there's no social signals, there's no facial expressions, there's no FaceTime, but it's still not the same, So you're not getting all those social cues that you'd be getting along with the conversation to know the context of something,